But the fact that there wasn't an injury at all doesn't necessarily mean there was a reasonable apprehension of fear. You know,
you don't have to wait until you're almost dead before you can defend yourself.
No, I would advise you probably don't do that. Yeah.
And I take it, when you're under attack, you never really know where that moment will be.
No, unfortunately, you don't.
I don't know if the jury actually saw Zimmerman's reaction to that, because I don't know where the jury is sitting in relation to the defendant, but sometimes the jury can see expressions on faces, and he's been so stoic, it was just surprising to see a change of expression, Drew.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. Look, here's the thing about Alexis Carter. I mean, the captain is a nice guy. I mean, what a nice guy. When he testified, he seemed to really enjoy his teaching role, seems to be enjoying his career, both as a public defender and now in the military. And he was a likable guy, and I think for that split second, if they did look at Zimmerman, it humanized him, because everybody got a chuckle. You heard the chuckle in the courtroom, and in a murder trial, you need to be stoic, but there was some levity there, and he joined in, and I think it humanized him.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm unsure about George Zimmerman's reaction, because it's a murder trial after all.
That can be problematic. I think what's interesting, if you believe in some sort of transference, like, you know, Dr. Carter was probably the nicest witness that we've had, and we've had some pretty volatile people. And so if the feelings that they had towards him were translated to George Zimmerman, it certainly helps. I mean, you know, maybe laughing isn't the best thing to do, but gosh, it's stressful for George Zimmerman. I mean, you know, at some point, maybe he does crack a smile.
Okay, so before the court resumes, I have a couple of more minutes, Sonny Hostin. I'm going to leave it to you to sort of give us a... No, Sonny, oh, Sonny's gone. I guess she needs a break. Right. That woman's been working since 6 a.m. Eastern. She's amazing. She's like Superwoman, and I think she works until midnight. Okay, so I got 1 minute, Drew. Did the prosecution have a good day?
I mean, I think, again, I felt like at the end, the ride-along was the best thing they did. I think bringing the educational records in the course, I really think it's stretching it, and I'll tell you why, Carol. You see this type of evidence when a spouse allegedly plans to kill their spouse for insurance money. You studied criminal justice back when you were in college, so you knew what you were doing. But this was a split-second decision, and immediately thereafter giving a statement to law enforcement. I think it's stretching to think that Zimmerman the whole time was going, I remember stand your ground law. Oh, it's time to give a statement. I remember that course. I think that's stretching it.
Okay, but Jason, the testimony from other witnesses that said that George Zimmerman went on a police ride-along and that he applied for jobs at police departments but didn't get them.
Right.
That kind of like says what his state of mind might have been that night.
Oh, very much so. And I also think it works to the sort of state case that he knew better. But if the biggest thing that the defense did today, and I thought some of their across the road, okay, seeing that guy smile for the first time in 2 weeks was probably more important than anything that the defense managed to say. To see George Zimmerman not seem like a stoic, detached monster for the first time was probably the best thing the defense had happen.
It really struck me, too, the change of expression. Thanks to you both for being with me. I sure appreciate it. That does it for me. I'm Carol Costello. We'll continue live in Sanford at the top of the hour.